Good evening. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, and welcome to Jonathan Law High School's Senior Scholarship and Awards Night, coming to you live from the Jonathan Law High School Auditorium. My name is Fran Thompson, and I have the great honor to be the principal of Jonathan Law. Along with my administrative colleagues here tonight, Josh Marko and Mike Hoggatt, we thank you for joining us. A special thank you to Jonathan Law Class of 2020 member Anton for his incredible performance to begin our evening. That was an original arrangement from Anton dedicated to his class. Also to the Jonathan Law Choir from a pep rally earlier this year. How we wish you were here tonight to sing on this stage. I'd also like to thank Jonathan Law alum Ben Warters for providing the technical support at the back of the auditorium tonight, to Mr. Kalenich for his guidance in programming this event, the incredible Jonathan Law custodial team to ensure the auditorium met the guidelines for tonight's events, the Milford Public Schools Technology Department for their incredible support and collaboration, the administrative staff that worked so hard behind the scenes to make this event happen, and the Scholarship Selection Committee for their thoughtful deliberations and selections. Like everything we do at Jonathan Law, it is a team effort that makes tonight possible. Mayor Blake, Sue Glennon, Chairperson of the Board of Education, members of the Board of Education, members of the Board of Aldermen, Dr. Kataya, Dr. Fettigan, Mr. Riccitelli, parents, teachers, families, friends, and most importantly, members of the class of 2020 watching, welcome. Abraham Lincoln once said, "You can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want to be, do anything you set out to accomplish, if you hold to that desire with a singleness of purpose." Your perseverance, your work ethic, and your dedication to making Jonathan Law such a special place is reflected in tonight's ceremony. From your determination in the classroom to your leadership in the community, tonight is a testimony to the quality of your character and your commitment to Jonathan Law High School and the Milford community. Tonight, we are here to celebrate your accomplishments, and boy, can we use a celebration. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce a message from our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Anna Kataya.
Hello to the students and families of Jonathan Law High School, particularly those seniors of the class of 2020. I'd like to congratulate all of our senior award winners this evening, particularly our valedictorian, Madison Papson, and our salutatorian, Aruna Gashi. You have carved your names in our hearts, class of 2020. You have left us with incredible memories to hold on to for a lifetime. We cannot wait for you to show us the difference you will be making in this world. We wish you only all the good things that life has to offer. Again, congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Kataya. At this time, we would like to honor our class officers. All the hard work and dedication they put in for the class of 2020 has been amazing. This year, our president was Tess Rosado. She will be attending Worcester Polytech Institute in the fall. Our vice president was Allie Gordon. She will be attending the University of Vermont. Our secretary, Allison Cross. She'll be attending Southern Connecticut State University. Our treasurer, Lily Balderi. She'll be attending the University of Connecticut. And our two senators, Michaela Mai, will be attending Duquesne University, and Katie McNellis will be attending Sacred Heart University. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the class of 2020.
At this time, I'd like to say a few words in recognition of the senior class advisor, Barbara Kovacs. Mrs. Kovacs has a storied history at Jonathan Law. Her many years in service to the school have always been deeply rooted in the traditions of the Jonathan Law community. Year after year, her work with the senior class makes for a memorable culmination for each graduating class. This year is no different. Her work in coordinating the various end-of-the-year events have allowed the class of 2020 to retain the traditions of Jonathan Law even under our current health circumstances. On behalf of Jonathan Law High School, we recognize Mrs. Barbara Kovacs and wish her the very best in her retirement.
The Silver Awards are presented to students who excelled in the following areas during their 4 years at Jonathan Law High School. The Excellence in Art Award goes to Tess Rosado. The Excellence in Music Award goes to Justin Amaro. The Excellence in Business Award is presented to Matthew Germanis. The Excellence in Family and Consumer Science Award goes to Megan Rosbarski. Megan will be attending Southern Connecticut State University in the fall. The Excellence in Technology Education goes to Thomas Genova. Excellence in English goes to Maddie Papson. Excellence in Math goes to Arunika Shi. The Excellence in Science Award is presented to Sandra Chalgan. The Excellence in Social Studies Award is presented to Morgan Taylor. And the following students received the award for Excellence in World Language. In the area of French, the award is presented to Arunika Shi. In the area of Spanish, the award is presented to Megan Loftus. And in the area of Latin, the award is presented to Eden Van Waveren.
Congratulations to all of the recipients. At this time, we will begin the presentations for the Jonathan Law High School Class of 2020 scholarships. We begin with Marley Ackley, who will be attending Sacred Heart University in the fall. Marley is awarded the Charles Bristol Irish Heritage Society of Milford Memorial Scholarship, which is presented to a graduate who best exemplifies one of the good guys, good girls, and a true friend to others, has an excellent work ethic, and worked part-time during their high school years. Congratulations, Marley. Our next recipient is Tasbita Ahmed. Tasbita will be attending the University of Connecticut in the fall, and she is the recipient of the James Radley Mattioli Memorial Math Scholarship, which is presented to a senior and Milford resident of high moral character who will be attending a 2- or 4-year accredited college or university and intends to pursue a degree in math, math education, architecture, or engineering. Tasbita has also been the recipient of the Friends of the Milford Library Scholarship, which is awarded to a graduating senior who has exhibited outstanding personal character, made a positive impact on his or her school community, and demonstrated a strong and consistent love of reading, and who will further his or her education at an institute of higher learning. Our next recipient is Justin Amaro. Justin will be attending LIU Post in the fall and is the recipient of the Florence Palmer Copeland Memorial Music Award, which is presented to a student who has demonstrated excellence in music. Our next recipient is Julia Azevedo, who will be attending the University of New Haven in the fall. Julia is the recipient of the Michael R. Compere Memorial Scholarship in Criminal Justice, which is awarded to a graduate planning to further their education by studying criminal justice with the intent of becoming a police officer and who has been involved in community service and athletics. Our next recipient is Lillian Balderi, who will be attending the University of Connecticut in the fall. Lily is the recipient of the William A. Carlson Jr. Memorial Scholarship, which is awarded to a student who has been a positive school leader and friend to all, and also the James Foster Memorial Plaque, which is awarded to one female student for outstanding athletic ability and sportsmanship at Jonathan Law High School.
Our next award this evening is going to Michael Becker. He'll be attending Xavier University. He is receiving the Milford Umpires Association Scholarship. It's presented to a deserving student athlete who has demonstrated sportsmanship, citizenship, and sound academics. These students will be attending a 4-year college. Our next recipient is Lucille Boulogne. She'll be attending the University of Bridgeport. This evening, she is receiving the Vietnam Veterans of America Award. Is presented to a student who demonstrates patriotism and good citizenship. Our next recipient is Justin Benlack. He will be attending the University of Connecticut. This evening, he is receiving the James Radley Mattioli Honorable Mention Scholarship. 2020 has many Connecticut families facing extraordinary, challenging situations. In light of that, the Mattioli family has identified 3 students who applied for their awards, who they wish to recognize for their achievements while at law, and it helps facilitate the transition to college. Justin is also receiving the Janice Rule Memorial Scholarship, which is awarded to a student who will be furthering their education in math or a math-related field. The Janice Rule Memorial Scholarship is given in the memory of Janice Rule, who inspired and educated her students to understand that our world is made of math, from the wondrous pattern we observe in nature to the amazing technology that humans have developed. Math set the rule of how our world is shaped and for how we strive to shape it. Then there is math that lets us learn about the world around us and appreciate our place in it. This is the math that sends people to the moon and tells us about what the first seconds of the universe were like and what happens inside of an atom. There's even some math which hasn't yet found a place in every day, or even in engineering or physics. Like a painting or a great work of music, this math has an innate beauty that can only be glimpsed by those passionate and dedicated enough to struggle to understand it. A love of math can be a lifelong source of wonder. In Janice's honor, this scholarship is awarded to a student furthering their education in math or a math-related field. Justin tonight is also receiving the Helen Bryan Doolittle Music Award. It is given to a deserving graduate who demonstrated ability and interest in music. Our next award winner this evening is Julie Bolser. She'll be attending the University of Rhode Island. She is the recipient of the Milford Arts Council Endowment Scholarship. The MAC Endowment Scholarship will be given to a graduating high school student who aspires to pursue a career in the field that is grounded in creative thinking. Our next recipient is Eric Borgenson. He is attending the College of St. Rose. This evening, he's receiving the Dr. Gloria Marino Special Education Award. It's presented to a worthy, motivated, and dedicated graduate planning to pursue a degree in special education or support services. He is also receiving the Joseph W. McNellis Memorial Plaque, which is presented to a graduating football player who has demonstrated the ideals of loyalty characterized by Joseph W. McNellis.
Our next recipient tonight is Kevin Bretthauer, who will be attending the University of Maine. Kevin has received the award of the Mathewson PTA, which is awarded to a current senior that is a graduate of Mathewson Elementary School. This student has demonstrated good citizenship and will further his or her education. Our next recipient tonight is Sandra Chalgan, who will be attending the University of Connecticut. Sandra is receiving the Milford Hospital Medical Staff Scholarship, which is presented to a graduating senior who intends to pursue a career in the medical science field. Sandra is also receiving tonight the Jonathan Law Kiet Club Award, which is given to a Kiet Club member in good standing. Our next recipient is Caroline Chesson, who will be attending the University of Tampa. Caroline is presented the Milford Association of School Administrators Catherine Barrett Award, which is given to a deserving graduate who has earned at least a 3.0 quality point average, has demonstrated exemplary leadership qualities, has shown an involvement in community projects, and will pursue post-high school studies. Our next recipient is Zachary Chesson, who will be attending the University of Alabama. Zach is receiving the Vietnam Veterans of America Award, which is presented to students who have demonstrated patriotism and good citizenship. Our next recipient is Alexander Delorio, who will be attending the University of Connecticut. Alex is receiving the Jet Dillon Crumweedy Wrestling Scholarship, which is presented to a law wrestler who gives their all at every match and practice, has a zest and enthusiasm for life, and is a generous, compassionate person who is willing to go the extra mile for anyone in need, as demonstrated in the life of Jet Dillon Crumweedy.
Our next recipient is Neil DeBlasi. Neil will be attending Central Connecticut State University in the fall and is awarded the Richard A. Herman Award, which is presented to a deserving student who demonstrates the qualities of honesty, integrity, and intellectual curiosity. Our next recipient is Mackenzie Evans. Mackenzie will be attending Roger Williams in the fall. Mackenzie is the recipient of the Pumpkin Delight PTA Award, which is presented to a student who attended Pumpkin Delight School and who has demonstrated outstanding service to Jonathan Law High School and the community and plans to further his or her education. Our next recipient is Thomas Genova. TJ will be attending the military, will be going to the military this summer into the Army. TJ, thank you in advance for your service. TJ is awarded the Korean Vietnam Memorial Committee Graduation Award, which is presented to a student who has a class rank in the upper 40%, contributed to community service, and has current or anticipated involvement with a military organization. Our next recipient is Matthew Germanis, who will be attending Albertus Magnus in the fall. Matt is awarded the Milford Umpires Association Scholarship, which is presented to deserving students, athletes who demonstrate sportsmanship, citizenship, and sound academics. These students will be attending a 4-year school. Also, Matt is the recipient of the Ruth E. Platt Award, which is presented to a student who excels in American history. Our next recipient is Natalie Gordon. Natalie will be attending the University of Vermont, and she is the recipient of the Patrick Casey Senior Giving Award, which is presented to a member of the graduating class who does kind and thoughtful things for people without thought of any recognition for those deeds.
Our next honoree this evening is Katrina Jacob. She'll be attending the University of Hartford. Tonight, she is winning the Milford Association of School Administrators Lawrence Schaefer Award, which is given to a student who is continuing his or her education at a college or university. This student demonstrates a positive attitude toward learning and successful achievement in high school. Our next recipient, Olivia Karamis. She has received the Catherine and Arthur Sophia Memorial Award. It's presented to a deserving student who has demonstrated accomplishment in English, displayed good character, and caring of all fellow students. Our next recipient this evening is Simon Keating. He'll be attending Gordon College. He's the recipient of the James Radley Mattotoli Memorial Service Scholarship, which is presented to a senior and a Milford resident of high moral character who will be attending a 2- or 4-year accelerated college or university and has worked as a lifeguard or intends to pursue a degree in fire science, public safety, or criminal justice. Our next recipient tonight is Anton Kotz. He'll be attending NYU. He's receiving the Reef Scholarship, which honors 2 students who display characteristics such as responsibility, respectfulness, and engagement as a learner. The student shows innovation in their academics or extracurricular activities and is future-oriented. Our next recipient this evening is Olivia Kowalski. She'll be attending the University of Rhode Island. She is the recipient of the Burton Cochran Scholarship Award, which is given to a deserving student who has been on the track or cross-country team during his or her senior year.
Our next recipient is Victoria Kowalski, who will also be attending the University of Rhode Island. She is awarded the Meadowside PTA Award tonight, which is presented to a student who attended Meadowside School and has shown growth academically and socially. This student has developed qualities of responsibility and leadership. Our next recipient is Allison Cross, who will be attending Southern Connecticut State University in the fall. She is the recipient of the Truby Doolittle Service Award, which is given to a deserving student who has demonstrated outstanding contributions to the school and the community. Our next recipient is Matthew Lockady, who will be attending Worcester Polytechnic Institute in the fall. Matt is receiving the Anthony P. and Mary Lou Vitale Scholarship for Excellence, which is awarded to a graduate of Pumpkin Delight School, West Shore, or Harborside, who has demonstrated exemplary citizenship and who will further his or her education at an institute of higher learning. Our next recipient is Samantha Lambiase, who will be attending Cornell University. She will be awarded with the West Shore Middle School PTA Award, which is presented to a former student of West Shore Middle School who has demonstrated school spirit, good citizenship, and community service. Our next recipient is Katie Lynn, who will be attending the University of Vermont. Katie will receive the Marie T. Campari Nursing Scholarship, which is awarded to a senior pursuing a career in nursing.
Hey, Jonathan Law High School.
Although this time has been scary and uncertain,
not knowing what lies ahead for our spring sports or even our graduation,
we wanted to say thanks to everyone who helped the seniors through this time.
Thank you to our teachers.
you have been so amazing.
Running our Google Meets,
creating assignments to help us continue to learn in our own houses,
and adjusting to our distant learning so quickly and so effectively.
We appreciate every email,
every classroom notification,
Every check-in,
every condolence,
and everything else that seems small.
but makes a huge impact on our outlook toward the rest of the year.
Thank you to our administration.
You want to keep us safe, and we can't appreciate that more.
We still look forward to Fran calls every Sunday.
And how much we have kept in the loop about our next steps as a school.
Thank you to our coaches
who have kept our spirits high
and encourage us to keep training and working hard.
Thank you to our custodial and kitchen staff.
Missing your smiling faces every day.
We cannot thank you enough for all the hard work you do.
Thank you, Dear Law Advocate,
for a modern way of staying connected with everyone.
Information about deadlines and sports.
Thank you to Jonathan Law High School
for giving us lifelong friends
and bonds that could never be broken.
Thank you for all of the memories.
From Friday Night Lights and getting rowdy,
to every drama club performance,
to state tournament wins,
to quiet room TikToks,
to getting help in the sports center,
to eating lunch in the way too bright senior caf,
to walking Bobo every Friday,
to saying hi to Wayne,
to club meetings,
to lapping the halls at extra time,
to every laugh shared with friends,
to every tear we have cried over a hard math problem,
to every single moment we've spent at Law.
Thank you to every person that has made an impact in our 3.5 years of high school.
We are so proud to be lawmen.
This is not a goodbye.
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 This is not goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan Law High School. We really love you. You're like our second family.
I want to thank the senior class for that video. That got us through a really rough patch recently when we started the whole distance learning thing. So program. So thank you for that. Class of 2020, that says it all. Our scholarship awards continue, and our next recipient is Megan Loftus. And Megan is the recipient of the Leroy C. Doolittle Award, which is given to a male and female student who have been on the school tennis team for at least 2 seasons and demonstrated good citizenship, proper attitude, spirit, and community. Our next recipient is Michael Loschavio, who will be attending Pace University in the fall. Mike is the recipient of the Sean Foley Memorial Award, which is given to a graduating senior who demonstrates dedication and commitment to the Jonathan Law High School community through success in academics and extracurricular activities. This student is a friend and mentor to his peers, and this student's name will be displayed on a plaque at Jonathan Law High School. Mike is also recognized as the 2020 Youth of the Year from the Milford Boys and Girls Club. Congratulations. Our next recipient is Michaela Mai. Michaela will be attending Duquesne University in the fall and is the recipient of the Pete Piscatelli Memorial Scholarship, which is awarded to a worthy graduate who plans to pursue higher education and has demonstrated good citizenship. This student's name will be displayed on a plaque at Jonathan Law High School. Our next recipient is Nicole Manley. Nicole will be attending Salve Regina in the fall, and she is the recipient of the Dr. Gloria Marino Special Educator Award, which is presented to worthy, motivated, and dedicated graduates planning to pursue a degree in special education or support services. And also, Nicole is the recipient of the Milford Umpires Association Scholarship, which is presented to deserving students, athletes who demonstrate sportsmanship, citizenship, and sound academics. These students will also be attending a 4-year school. Our next recipient is Rowan Monahar, who will be attending Tufts University in the fall. Rowan is the recipient of the Frederick A. DeLuca Subway Scholarship, which is awarded to a student who demonstrates academic achievement, participates in extracurricular activities, and maintains a balance with employment while attending school. Congratulations.
Our next recipient this evening is Simon Luke McDonald. Luke will be attending the University of Connecticut in the fall. He is the recipient of the Dr. Gloria Marino Special Educator Award, which is presented to a worthy, motivated, and dedicated graduate planning to pursue a degree in special education or support services. Our next recipient is Caitlin McNellis. Katie will be attending the Sacred Heart University. She is the recipient of the Milford Council of PTA Award, which is given to 2 graduating seniors who have demonstrated leadership ability and involvement in the community. Our next recipient is Zachary Merchant. Zach will be attending Salve Regina. He is the recipient of the Robert O. Blake Scholarship, which is presented to a senior student pursuing a teaching degree in any field of education. Our next recipient, Laxman Mohan Rajan, will be attending UMass Amherst. He is the recipient of the Ansantaway Lodge 89 AF and AM Award. It's presented to a worthy graduate planning to further his or her education. His next award this evening is the JFK PTO Award, which is presented to a former JFK student who has excelled in science or computer technology. And his last award this evening is the Michael Jewelers Award, which is a wristwatch to be given to an outstanding student who have combined scholarship and involvement in school-sponsored activities which have benefited other students and or the community. Our next recipient is Emily Morey. She'll be attending Southern Connecticut State University. Emily this evening has won the Dr. Gloria Marino Special Education Award, which is presented to a worthy, motivated, and dedicated graduate planning to pursue a degree in special education or support services. And she also received the Milford Umpires Association Scholarship, which is presented to a deserving student athlete who demonstrates sportsmanship, citizenship, and sound academics. These students will be attending a 4-year school.
Our next recipient is Amelia Mower, who will be attending Central Connecticut State University in the fall. Amelia is the recipient of the Milford Post No. 34 American Legion Leslie I. Keller Memorial Award, which is presented to a student who has demonstrated patriotism by participation in civic studies and progress benefiting the students and the community. She is also the recipient of the Leroy C. Doolittle Award, which is given to a male and female student who has been on the school tennis team for at least 2 seasons and have demonstrated good citizenship, proper attitude, spirit, and community service. She's also the recipient of the Milford High School's PTSA One Voice Scholarship, which is awarded to 2 worthy graduating seniors who are also members of the PTSA. And Amelia is also the recipient tonight of the Milford Historical Society Book Award, which is presented to a student who demonstrates interest and high achievement in history. Our next recipient is Erin Mower, who will be attending Western New England in the fall. Erin is the recipient of the Raymond E. Kelly Merit Award, which is presented to a graduate in the business education program who has actualized her potential. Our next recipient is Kathleen Mulhall, who will be attending the University of Bridgeport. Katie is the recipient of the Milford Association of Educational Secretaries Scholarship, which is presented to a student who intends to further her education, shows an interest in special education, demonstrates potential through exemplary school citizenship, and is recommended by school personnel. Our next recipient is Brooke Neighbors. Brooke will be attending the University of Tennessee and is the recipient of the James Radley Mattioli Honorable Mention Scholarship. 2020 has many Connecticut families facing extraordinary challenging situations. In light of that, the Mattioli family has identified 3 students who applied for their awards, who they wish to recognize for their achievements while at law, in hopes it helps facilitate their transition to college. Our next recipient is Haley Neely, who will be attending Housatonic Community College. Haley is the recipient of the Milford Association of School Administrators Donald Civitello Potential Award, which is given to a student who has shown growth and diligence. This student will be continuing his or her education at a college or a university.
Our next recipient is Zoe O'Neill. Zoe will be attending Emerson College in the fall and is the recipient of the Harborside Middle School PTA Award, which is given to a student from Harborside Middle School who excels in one course other than core subjects and has demonstrated community service. Our next recipient is Madeline Papson, who will be attending the University of Connecticut in the fall. Maddie is awarded the Caring for Children Award, which is presented to a worthy graduate planning to further his or her education in early childhood education, elementary education, special education, speech pathology, social work, psychology, physical therapy, occupational therapy, or counseling. Not all of them. Just one. Congratulations, Maddie. And she is also the recipient of the Michaels Jeweler Award. A wristwatch is given to two outstanding students who have combined scholarship and involvement in school-sponsored activities which have benefited other students and or the community. Our next recipient is Samantha Papson. Sam will be attending Roger Williams University in the fall and is awarded the Tinto Council No. 47 Knights of Columbus Award, which is given to a worthy student who has demonstrated sound character and academic ability. Our next recipient is Riley Pasteur. Riley will be attending UConn in the fall and is the recipient of the Reef Scholarship, which honors two students who display characteristics such as responsibility, respectfulness, and engagement as a learner. The student shows innovation in their academics or extracurricular activities and is future-oriented. Our next recipient is Jay Rajani, who will be attending Hofstra in the fall. Jay is the recipient of the Keith Jacobson Memorial Award, which is presented to a graduate who has provided service to the school or community by preparing and caring for equipment.
Our next student we would like to recognize this evening is Teresa Rosado. She'll be attending Worcester Polytech Institute in the fall. Tess has won this evening the Alexander Cruzado Memorial Award, which was established in 2019 in the loving memory of Alexander Cruzado, as a way to honor him by helping others strive to make the world a better place. This scholarship is awarded to a deserving graduating senior for academic success, thoughtfulness, and service to others, involvement in extracurricular school life, and exemplifying the personal traits of courage, determination, and resilience. Tess has also won the G.H. Jones Memorial Scholarship. It's presented to a graduating senior pursuing a career in visual arts. G.H. Jones, a Wilton resident deceased in 1993, was a Chicago-based commercial illustrator, a student at American Academy of Art, a beneficiary of the GI Bill of Rights, and a U.S. Marine. Veteran of the Frozen Chosen, recognizing the Chicago market constrained his opportunity, he moved his family to Connecticut in 1974 to break into the New York market. Among his many clients were Reader Digest and Reader's Digest condensed books, Reuben H. Donnelly Corporation, Parker Penn, and the Veterans of Foreign War magazine. As his style matured, he worked primarily with paperback publishing companies, including Dell, Simon, and Schuster, Harlequin Romance, Pocketbooks, and Silhouette Intimate Moments, defining the quintessential couple's embrace. G.H. Jones was a beneficiary of the federal student assistance, and his son, Doug, chairperson of the Milford Arts Council, realized he had an obligation to extend the same opportunity to the visual art high school students of Milford. To the student that receives this award, congratulations. As Henry Matisse mused about the expressive language of color and drawing, creativity takes courage. Continue to be creative and have the courage to believe in yourself. Tess this evening has also received the Jonathan Law Science Club Award, which is presented to an outstanding member of the Science Club. Our next recipient tonight is Freddie Rosario. He will be attending Gateway Community College. He is the recipient of the West Shore Middle School PTA Award, which is presented to a former student of West Shore Middle School who has demonstrated school spirit, good citizenship, and community service. Freddie has also received the James Foster Memorial Plaque, which is awarded to one male student for outstanding athletic ability and sportsmanship at Jonathan Law High School. We would next like to honor Arunika Shi. Arunika is attending the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor. She is the recipient tonight of the James L. Riccitelli Senior Memorial Scholarship, which is presented to a graduate who plans to pursue a higher education, has demonstrated through academic success the qualities of hard work, determination, and perseverance, and has shown good citizenship in the school and community. This student's name will be displayed on a plaque at Jonathan Law High School. Arunika has also won the Jonathan Law Science Club Award, which is presented to an outstanding member of the Science Club. And Arunika has also won the Jonathan Law High School Achievement Award plaque, which is given to a senior in recognition of outstanding achievement. Our next honoree is Nicholas Shagru. Nick is attending Penn State University. He is the award winner this evening of the Milford Association of School Administrators Raymond Vitelli Community Service Award, which is given to a student who is continuing his or her education at a college or university. This student has maintained at least a B average while demonstrating continuing commitment to the community through ongoing service. Our next recipient is Elaine Smith. Lainey is attending Endicott College. Lainey has received the Milford Garden Club Scholarship, which is awarded to a student who intends to concentrate in college in horticulture, agriculture, or natural resources, environmental studies, landscape architect, oriental horticulture, or turf grass management, and plant science, and who is involved with community service and a volunteer activity in many of these fields.
Our next recipient is Justice Smith. Justice will be attending Southern Connecticut State University in the fall, and he is the recipient of the Robert W. Sofer Memorial Award, which is presented to a deserving student who has demonstrated accomplishment in English, displayed good character, and caring of his fellow students. Our next recipient is Mayor Somalinga, who will be attending the University of Connecticut. He is the recipient of the Milford Council of PTAs Award, which is given to 2 graduating seniors who have demonstrated leadership ability and involvement in the community. He is also awarded tonight the Tufi Maroon Memorial Award, which is given to a student who has demonstrated good citizenship and plans to further his education. Our next recipient is Skylar Sosa, who will be attending Salve Regina. Skylar is the recipient of the Greater Bridgeport Retired Teachers Association Scholarship, which is given to a deserving student who has demonstrated scholastic ability, good citizenship, and plans to pursue a career in education. She is also the recipient of the Haley's Hope Scholarship, which is awarded to a senior student planning to work with children in the future. Our next recipient is Walker Stebbins, who will be attending the Coast Guard Academy. Walker is the recipient of the Weinstein Graduating Student Award, which is given for effort, hard work, and perseverance. Our next recipient tonight is Morgan Taylor. Morgan will be attending Tufts University and is the recipient of the James Radley Mattioli Honorable Mention Scholarship. 2020 has many Connecticut families facing extraordinarily challenging situations. In light of that, the Mattioli family has identified 3 students who applied for their awards, who they wish to recognize for their achievements while at law, in hopes it helps facilitate their transition to college.
Our next award winner this evening is Eden Van Waveren. She'll be attending the University of Connecticut. This evening, she has won the Aaron Sky Liptak Memorial Award, which is presented to a deserving student who has demonstrated a deep concern for others, great determination and pride, and a genuine love of humanity. The student's name will be displayed on a plaque at Jonathan Law High School. Our next recipient is Jonathan Vitale, who will be attending Quinnipiac University. He has won the George T. Vitale Memorial Award, which is presented to a deserving student who has displayed achievement in academics, athletics, and dedication service to the Jonathan Law High School. He also has received the Milford High School PTSA One Voice Scholarship, which is awarded to 2 worthy graduating seniors who are also members of the PTSA. Our next award winner is Angelina Wargo. She's attending Sacred Heart University. She has received the Milford Education Association Mathewson Scholarship, which is awarded to a worthy college-bound graduate. Our next recipient is Christopher Willie. He'll be attending Housatonic Community College. This evening he has won the Jonathan Law Annual Faculty Club Award, which is presented to a senior who the faculty judged to be most improved in the areas of scholarship, maturity, and character over the past 4 years. This student's name will be displayed on a plaque at Jonathan Law High School.
Those of us that were part of the Jonathan Law community 6 years ago will always remember that spring. It was indeed a seminal moment in our lives. To refer to it as a tragic day doesn't seem to accurately describe it, but we all remember it. We remember the weekend in the gym, the vigil on the following Monday night that brought together thousands of our community and family members, and we remember the PLM festivals that took place the following years. The loss of Marin Sanchez forever changed our school and our community. We became a better community by remembering Marin and focusing on the good she brought to the world. Throughout her life, Marin taught us about being kinder to everyone. She taught us about service, and she taught us about gratitude. She was the good that those who knew her aspired to be. We created a garden in her memory. We became a kinder, more thoughtful community and celebrated her at festivals that brought thousands of people together through peace, love, and music, and have offered thousands of dollars in scholarships to deserving graduates like the honorees we recognize tonight. Just as the mission of the Marin Sanchez Home Foundation continues to keep Marin's advocacy for every person's dignity and self-worth at the forefront of their incredible work, at Jonathan Law, we continue to celebrate and recognize the importance of kindness and respect, and we refuse to tolerate anything less than showing goodness towards each other. To our honorees tonight, you, my friends, are being recognized for having the qualities of character, kindness, and compassion that embodied Marin and made the world a better place through the lives she touched. And with this honor, you are tasked with the responsibility to continue Marin's legacy of making the world around you better because of your empathy and goodness to all. Congratulations on the scholarship, and thank you for honoring Marin's memory through your actions every day. I am very pleased to introduce the winners for the 2020 Marin Sanchez scholarships, and they are Brooke Neighbors, Natalie Gordon, Emily Morey, Abigail Lonergan, Rowan Monahar, Morgan Taylor, Michael Loschavio, Amelia Mower, Caroline Chesson, and Zachary Chesson. Congratulations to all of you. And also, on behalf of Mr. Marko and Mr. Hoggatt, and all of us at Jonathan Law High School, everybody in the Milford community, congratulations to the class of 2020 and especially to our award recipients tonight on these well-deserved honors. And thank you for joining us tonight. A very special congratulations to all of our award recipients and the entire class of 2020. I ask you all to please remember the words of Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Good night.